Welcome to the Golf Spotlight. I'm Ralph Irvin, and today we are talking about apparel that will keep you cool and dry while you're out on the golf course. And to do that, we're talking with Antigua and joined by John Anderson from Antigua. John, thanks for joining me.
My pleasure. Good to be with you.
One thing that Antigua is known for is desert dry technology because, well, you're based out in the desert, so you know you have to get people cool throughout the summer months.
Absolutely. Well, Desert Dry is a proprietary fabric that we came up with, we developed a few years back. What Desert Dry does is it actually acts as an insulator, and it moves moisture from the body as you warm up during the day, especially in the desert or in any humid climate, and transfers the moisture from your body to the outer fabric where it rests on the outside of the fabric where it can dry much quicker, so you stay incredibly dry and cool even in the hot weather.
Well, when we're talking about technology like that, you're almost always talking about a poly fabric.
Right.
Those have very different textures.
Correct.
And right now, when you're talking about Desert Dry from Antigua, it is a very soft and shiny fabric.
Correct, and that's kind of what we go into the Desert Dry. We're actually having now Desert Dry Extra Light, and that's one of the other key factors what we do. Very few shirts can keep their structural balance when the fabrics get really light, but we've developed within our weave of our fabric, keeping the fabric extremely light and sheer, but also keeping its structure and also doing all those wonderful things by keeping the product dry, keeping you dry. If you're out on a golf course on a hot, humid day and you see people wearing like all cotton, some of the old traditional cotton shirts that golfers used to wear, they just get soaked to the skin. Where our product, you'll walk out there and you'll see a hot day, the people will be just dry as a bone, and it's wonderful. It really makes a difference in your performance.
And as you mentioned, there are different variations of the Desert Dry concept for different types of shirts. And what are some of those variations?
Well, the variations, like these two shirts I have, this is called the Grandeur. And basically what it is, it's just a stripe. It's just a soft poly spandex stripe. And then you go over to a piece like this, which is the same fabric, but because of the way it is woven, it's got more of a piqué type feeling, what we call a chevron. So it just gives it a little bit more of that traditional kind of golf piqué look, but it's still in poly and it still keeps you dry. So it's a very, very good fabric.
Well, and again, with a soft fabric like that, it drapes well on the body, so it just has that more classy look.
Absolutely. That's what we're looking for in these days. Because a lot of people, especially kind of the older country club people that are so used to wearing the mercerized cottons, which are wonderful shirts, but on a hot, humid day, they're really counterproductive because you get so wet, they stick to your skin. You're just not very comfortable. Whereas with this, as you look at this shirt, if you look at it from a distance, it looks like a mercerized piece because of the sheen, because of the drape, and it holds its shape. So it's the best of both worlds.
And one thing that separates Antigua from a lot of different companies out there is you're not exactly selling these at a high-end price rate.
Well, that's one of the benefits of Antigua. I mean, we're such an efficiently run company that we can bring in all this product, and we have the volumes throughout our other divisions that we can buy right. And that gives us the advantage to sell it at a price that is very reasonable to the customer, where our customers can make a lot of money. And that's important in this day and age. And especially in this day and age, pricing is so important. If you can get a quality product at a good price, you're making margins for your customers and everybody's happy.
Well, and the thing is, for golfers out there, whether they're playing at their home club or if they're traveling, right, to be able to get a quality shirt at a reasonable price makes a big difference in whether or not they can get one or two shirts on a trip.
It makes a huge difference. And right now, we're finding, especially on the daily fee level, it's very difficult for daily fee courses to sell shirts for more than they're charging to play golf. Right. Where in the old days, you could get away with that. I mean, of course, you've got your fancy resorts that charge $250 to play. That's a different animal. But when you're looking at, your daily fee courses charging $45, $50, it's very difficult for them to bring in a shirt that costs $80. It's just not going to sell. So that's where we come in. We give them a shirt where they can make money, and their customers love it. They love the pricing.
Well, John, if people want to have more information on the Antigua brand, where can they get that?
They can get that at our website, antigua.com. We've got a buying site. All the information's on there. You can learn about the company. It's a great site.
All right, John, thanks for the time.
My pleasure.
I want to thank John Anderson from Antigua for joining us here on the Golf Spotlight. Join us next time as we continue to give you the information that you need for your next golf purchase.